How to win with a difficult boss. So today I will be sharing practical tips, practical steps that we can take to actually win with a difficult boss. And these tips that I will be sharing today were things that I actually did when I was faced with working with a difficult boss. So number one thing is we have to develop resilience and coping skills. You know, the working with a difficult boss is actually, the target is to affect your emotional intelligence negatively. So we need to develop a resilience and coping skills. We need to be able to close our ears, close our minds to a lot of things and learn how to cope. And then another thing is, in the midst of working with a difficult boss, we need to be able to develop our strength and then work on our weaknesses. Let us develop strength from working with that difficult boss. One thing I did was, when I was working with a difficult boss, I developed strength from working with that difficult boss. When you tell me to do a lot of things, from there I was learning how to really multitask, and it has helped me greatly in my present work. So I was developing strength from the difficulties that I was facing with working with that difficult boss. So we can also do that. We can develop strength and then work on our weaknesses, because oftentimes we are not always 100% right. So we need to also work on what our weaknesses are, and then we develop strengths from it. That way we can win over that difficult boss. And another thing we can do, another tips that can help us, is we develop communication skills. By working with a difficult boss, we should be able to learn how to communicate effectively. We should be able to ask questions and make sure that we understand, and then we should be able to pass across messages, communicate effectively so that the other person can understand. Don't assume that you know what that person is saying. Ask questions and really understand what the person is saying, and then you'll be able to also communicate effectively your responses, your outcomes. You communicate them effectively so that no one will hold anything against you and say, this is not what I am passing across, this is not what I'm saying, and this is not what you are communicating. So we should develop effective communication skills if we really want to win with a difficult boss.